So let me ask you a question. And look, we know that sticks and stones can break our bones, but did you know that words can make and break your home?
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
Wow.
Here on this episode of Couples Pursuit Live.
Couples Pursuit.
Hello, this is Vincent
And Valerie
Woodard. And on this episode of Couples Pursuit Live,
we're going to talk about 3 things you should say to your spouse every day.
Every day. Hey, look, as you're coming back on, we appreciate you so much. If you're interested in what we're going to say and you think it can be of value to somebody that you know, please share this video, hit the heart button. You know, it gives us encouragement, and then it also helps us to spread the word, and we appreciate you so much. So 3 words you should say to your spouse every day. Hopefully you will learn by the end of this video 3 things that can really bless your marriage, can really help you, pursue a successful marriage with your spouse. That's our whole goal here at Couples Pursuit, is to give you the tools and the strategies to have a awesome marriage, a successful marriage. So the 3 things, baby.
Yes.
What will these 3 things do for these people if they can learn to incorporate them in their everyday lifestyle with their spouse?
Well, for one thing, consistency and awareness is a wonderful thing within a marriage. There are some things, consistency can bring 2 things to mind: routine or boredom.
Yeah.
But also maintenance.
Yes.
Sustaining. And I think that sharing your love and appreciation, respect for your spouse every day goes a long way in maintaining and sustaining a great relationship.
Exactly. And I think, we know that words have power.
Yes.
Words can it can spark emotions in you, and it can also express emotions to your spouse.
Yeah.
You can't make anybody do anything, but you can maybe invoke an emotion sometimes that either you want one or something you might not have attended with your spouse. So 3 words or 3 phrases mainly that you can say every day to your spouse. And I believe even if you're in a space where it's just not so great right now, Vincent, we're trying, we've tried to talk, we're not really on the same page right now. I believe one person can start a revolution. I believe someone right now that's watching this video can go home and say these videos, or you're in your home right now, and you can start right now just saying things, saying words to your spouse, and just notice how maybe the tension can go down. Maybe the level of anxiety can go down.
Right.
And I know I'm keep teasing you about it, but I just want you to be expecting, come with expectation when you want to learn about making your marriage better, even getting off the last leg, put another leg under it,
We've been there. Prop it up. Prop it up till you can fix it up.
About to fall down. Okay. So look, 3 words. The first one, 3 phrases I should say. I said 3 words, but I should have said 3 phrases. Maybe I changed that. But the first one, really, every day that you should say to your spouse is the phrases, I love you, or I love you too.
Yeah.
This phrase right here is something that I try my best to start my morning off with my wife.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we get so in a hurry to get ready for work, and we worrying about, are we going to better have enough time to make our coffee or get our food, or can we go to the Bojangles or whatever. You just thinking about so many things, and you just leave out the house where they sleep. They don't really hear me anyway. Right. And the next thing you know,
or I'm gone.
I'm gone
while you're running out the door.
And you might not say, I love you the whole day. If you don't take that opportune moment right there, if not, then you might not be having another chance unless you call them, you get smart. But you might not have another opportunity to say it. So start your morning off, I believe, saying that phrase, I love you.
Yeah, that's one of the most precious things I think about our relationship, about our friendship, about our love, is that we do express with words and affection how we feel about each other every day. It's not contrived. It's not like routine. It's not it's not a routine habit. It is a habit. It's something we do every day, but it's not because we feel like we have to do it.
Yeah, like I'm checking a mark,
right, checking boxes.
Yeah,
it's become a part of who we are. And, sharing that time, sharing that kiss, that embrace, that touch in the morning, that kiss, goodbye, those words, I love you too, even if my eyes are closed.
Yeah.
At 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, that I look forward to that every day. And it really does, get those, what is it?
I want to say juices flowing, but just not what you're going for.
Well, juices flowing. Not hormones, but like your endorphins, it feeds into your serotonin, that good, happy feeling in your brain, and it gives you that contact. Not that we're needy of one another, but we are one, and we maintain an open flow of love and affection. That's what it is. It's continual.
It's interesting you said it releases chemicals. Studies have shown that just saying the
is
phrase.
Is it oxytocin? What is it that
dopamine.
I'm looking for? Dopamine. Okay.
Dopamine is the pleasure chemical in your brain, or the reward chemical in your brain. It's that same chemical that while we play video games.
We meaning.
Well, I'm saying women too. Also, words with friends, things on your phone,
right.
And the Candy Crush, that reward when you get that do. It's that feeling like you get. Well, imagine when you was dating each other, and I don't know who said it first, but when you said that I think I said it first.
I think you did.
Yeah, but that when you finally like, okay, we're dating, and then all of a sudden somebody says it, I love you.
The butterfly.
It's like, imagine that. Now we're talking about it every day. Yeah, it wasn't the first time, but I'm saying it's like, wow, she still loves me. She still, even though, we're always transparent, even when times when we're not on the same page, in our relationship. That was in a long time. But I'm just saying, those times when even we was going through some issues, but I don't think that we still try to make it happen. It wasn't every day. Don't get me wrong, but we try to make it happen.
No, in the tough
to
times, we always found our way back to that. And sometimes the I love you led us to the healing or to the reconciliation.
Yeah.
Because you have to remember, you ever watch a movie or TV show, or really in real life, if you know someone who is arguing or having, some disagreement with a loved one, and then they get a phone call that there's been an accident or something has happened. And then it's like all of that foolishness goes out the window. Yeah. And you remember,
we're on the same team.
I love you. I need you to survive. Yes. Really, I need you to survive this because we have life, we have family. We've had all these years, all this time together, and I don't want it to end abruptly over something small. So if we maintain these types of things, saying I love you and I love you too, on a daily basis, it is important, and it goes a long way in us maintaining that relationship. And let me say this about that also. Whatever your love language may be, whether it's, words of affirmation, if it's gifts, if it's physical touch, if it's quality time, or the other one that I always forget.
Acts of service.
Acts of service. Oh yeah, that's perfect, because what I was going to say is sometimes women will respond that my husband doesn't say I love you. He says, well, I love you because I acts of service. I pay the bills. I go to work every day. Blah, 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 blah.
You should know.
It is not the same as being told.
That's right.
It's not the same as being told. So consider saying it with your mouth, with your eyes, with your heart, with your actions. It goes a long way. Since we started this couple pursuit journey, and just learning what makes or helps make marriages work, and also learning what can be a big detriment to it. Just this phrase right here, just learning about this phrase, saying that I love you. When they did a study of 100 couples, and out of those 100 couples, the ones that said that I love you, I think at the end of 20 years, I don't know how they charted this, but the ones that they say I love you every day or most days,
those couples stay together 50% of the time. And I know you like, well, marriage is 50%. Now I'm talking about the 50% that not just divorced because it's some affair or something like that. I'm talking about the ones that stay together. They stay together longer. Maybe that's the word I'm looking
longer.
for. 50% longer. Yes, I'm sorry about that. But because they said, I love you, like every day, they made it intentional. And the couples that they studied that did not say it, that number dropped all the way down to 18%.
It's, if you think about it like a plant or a person, you have to feed it. A baby,
yes.
you have to feed, nurture that relationship, or it will die. It will die. It will suffer in some way. So it's really important.
Yes.
Love is a universal language for a reason.
Yeah, that is something. So I love you, and I love you too.
Yeah.
That's the first phrase, and the second one is, "How was your day?" I mean, really?
I care.
How was your day?
Yeah.
You know, I guess if you're not crying, if you're not, mad about something, you're not frustrated, I guess it was all right. So there's no need to ask no. Really, baby.
How was it?
How was your day?
Yeah.
And my wife is great about this. It's like, coming home and I say hello to her, hello, and and then we get to each other. She was like, if not the first, second, or third thing, it's fit somewhere in there. Like, how was your day? And then sometimes I know that she's having a day.
You can see it all over my face.
I'm like, how was your day? Or what's going on?
Ooh.
I'm checking in.
Yeah.
I want to check.
Yeah.
I want to check the temperature. What's going on? How can I help? Or sometimes you need a vent. You just need these right here.
Yeah, these ears.
Or this right here. I need your compassion.
Heart. Yeah, that's super important. And I also try to be mindful not to bombard him with whatever is on me, but true to form, he can often tell if something is not quite right, and he'll ask me what's going on. But it's really important to check in, because you've had 8, 10, 12 hours between the last time you saw your spouse. And many things can happen in the workplace, and sometimes they're not feeling well, physically or mentally, emotionally. And if you don't ask those questions, you may later in your interaction get some indicator of it and read that negatively. Like, well, what's wrong with you? Or why are you talking to me like that? Or not say anything and be like, well, he acting funny today, so I'm gonna go on about my business. Well, if you ask the question, if you find out, if you check in with one another, then
exactly
what's going on.
Yeah. I'm staying away from that. But it's what we call also interactions with each other. And there's a study that showed, I'm just geeking out, but I just love it. Yeah, I love to. But there's a study that shows that couples that interact with each other more often, they have especially positive interactions. They have a longer, they stay together longer, they stay married longer. When they have more interactions positively than negatively, they stay together longer. And the magic ratio is like 5 to 1. You can have 5 positive interactions, and then you can have one of, wow, oh, wait a minute, you said what happened? No, and then it's like that one interaction, but then our mind is like, okay, well, we want to stay together because we we like each other.
Yeah,
we got to get past this because we want to get back to the good stuff.
Yeah,
and our relationship was like that for so long. But it's like that one interaction, the one negative interaction was so big,
can derail you.
Yeah, it was so big. But our positive interactions, you're just like, okay, well, I know there's good. My wife was like, I know it's good up under there.
It's something to this thing now. We got to get past these bumps in the road.
Yeah, we can't keep having that big, negative interaction, and constantly keep the positive ones. And so things like, how was your day? What's going on? Are you okay? There's something I can do. I know I'm saying a lot, but this is still my second phrase. This is all in phrase 2, which is,
how was your day? Or how are you?
Yeah.
Like, how you feeling? And then sometimes we can go a step further with it. It's like, you push through and you go through your day and do what you have to do. And you get used to what you have to do. But sometimes that takes a toll on you.
Yeah.
So you do the work, but it's like, how are you feeling how you feeling in your spirit. How you feeling emotionally. How are you functioning? How are you handling what the day has put on you?
Yeah.
And how does that affect you? And then that will lead you to what you can do for your spouse. So instead of cooking dinner tonight, babe, let me cook, or let's order something, or let me go pick up a salad or whatever it is.
And don't get mad. Well, doggone, I had a hard day too.
Right. Well, I work every day, and all you do, we can go in on one another, but then you care for one another. If you're that person who runs a bath, or your wife likes massages, or your husband likes a massage, that might be a good time to give one.
Yeah.
If their spirits are low, if you were going to watch something on TV, maybe you change what you're going to watch. You watch something that's more jovial, a little bit of comedy, a little lighthearted instead. If you had some heavy news to share, maybe you reserve that for another day, unless it's something that needs to be discussed.
Exactly.
Exactly. So you can learn how to love your spouse by communicating with them. How are you?
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And like my wife said, this is not like the moment for the dumping ground. Like, let me just throw everything that I'm feeling, I'm going through, all out on the table. But remember, this is about a positive interaction.
Right.
That's what this leads to. These are three things. We're talking about three things that you say to your spouse every day. And it's to have these good moments, these positive moments, these feel-good moments, these moments where you're like, oh man, I just love going home. Instead of be like, oh, I'm just getting my car.
People do that.
I know.
They do.
I know.
They do. They sit in that car and talk or text or go pull and grab a bite to eat or a cup of coffee, or, for people that do that, go to the bar, have a drink, do whatever it is that they do before they come home, because their interactions are often not positive. They're not reaffirming, reinforcing their love relationship together. And when both parties start to interact that way, you really have a problem.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that leads me to our third point, our third phrase, things that you should say to your spouse every day to help build that connection, those positive interactions. And that is, again, this phrases, it's kind of similar, and it should be, somewhere in the same sentence. Like, thank you and please.
Yes.
It's so easy to, it shouldn't be, but I know sometimes it's easy to take our partner for granted sometimes, But they cook dinner. Well, they said they was going to cook dinner.
You're supposed to cook dinner. Yeah.
And he went to go pick something up for my car. Where he's supposed to take care of the car.
That's your job.
Yeah. So we don't. Those things like thank you and please. It's like one phrase can be like baby, could you please go pick the kids up from school? I have a call, something I have to do. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you ain't doing nothing. Can't you go pick them kids up?
Them kids. Go get your kids.
You see how it is? I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, pick the kids up on your way home.
Okay. That's really important, so you don't feel taken advantage of. Because let's relate that to our careers, work, right? Let's say you are on a job, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 6 years, however long, and you do a really great job. You go over and above every day. You signed a contract to say that you wanted to work at this place. Yes, you're supposed to do all of the things that are listed in your duties and responsibilities. And even, some things are left open to go over and above that. Sure, you're supposed to do that. But also, when you do that, you want it to be recognized that you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So if you feel that way about your work, I've been there 30 years and they gave me a pack of gum and a Subway card.
I don't even like this gum.
I don't even eat Subway. It's like, is that all you're going to give me?
Yeah.
Say thank you. Say please.
Yeah.
You know, I need you to sew this hole in my pants, in my jeans, or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Baby, would you mind? Would you please? And when they oblige, you say, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I often tell my husband how much I appreciate him.
Yes.
Because I really do appreciate him. There are so many little things that you do. Because that's the other thing. Now that I'm talking about him, though we are speaking to you all, it is important that you tell your spouse how you feel about them. So many times I've heard people say, such and such, passed away, whomever it is, and they loved you so much, and they always talked about you, and they such and such, and you're like, really? They never really shared that with me. And mostly it's older people that I have experienced that with, and it's like, it's not enough to just say, well, they should know how I feel. I'm your mama.
And
I'm your daddy.
We hear that a lot. They should know how I feel.
No, they should feel how you feel.
Woo! Somebody
how about that?
Tweet that.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Put it on a t-shirt.
They should feel how you feel. They're called emotions and feelings for a reason. If I don't tell you that I love you, how do you know?
Exactly.
How do you know? I should show you as well. But call my name.
Yeah.
Make it special.
From the heart.
Yeah.
And it's like you said one time before in the earlier video, you talked about how we expect that from customer service, from other people that we go to a restaurant and they give us our drink or whatever, and when we give them our money or whatever, they say thank you, and it's like, okay, well, it's like, yeah.
Or they acknowledge you, give me some eye contact, have a nice day, something.
But we don't, we kind of feel like it's not really needed in a relationship, because they should know. I've said it already before, I love you.
Or you are having challenges loving. You're angry, you're resentful, you're bitter, you've lost trust. There's a lack of connection. And oftentimes those are the things that we don't talk about.
Yeah.
Whatever strength of love you have at the time that you get married, if you're in a healthy relationship, at the time that you get married, that love should grow exponentially. It should multiply. It should get larger.
Yeah.
It should become more intense, not less intense as time goes on. And what happens is, just like, I talked about a plant or a child, a baby, someone who can't take care of themselves. If you don't nurture, if you don't sow into, if you don't give, if you don't show love, then they don't feel it.
That's true.
Think about it, an orphanage. Now, I've heard about orphanages in Asian countries and also in like Russia and places like that, where there are so many babies that they struggle to connect because they need that mom time.
Yeah.
They need that connection, that closeness. There's actually a psychological effect that comes from that.
Exactly.
That lack of connection.
That movie Old said that, I know it was a crazy movie, but it was a little part in there where people were aging really fast. I'm like, within like half an hour.
Years within hours, yeah.
And this woman got pregnant, had a baby, and they turned the everybody concentrated on the woman that had the baby, and when they turned back to the baby was
it was a child.
It was yeah. And it was like, why? No, that baby is died. I'm trying not to say that word.
Oh, really?
But the baby died. Yeah, in the movie.
Oh, okay.
And it died from. And they rationalized, say it died from neglect.
Oh, wow. Yes. Now I remember. Yes. Yes.
We turned away for like 10, 15 minutes to take care of this, the mama.
Yes.
And so to that baby, that was years
without care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it passed away from neglect.
Yes.
I say all that to say that we need each other, our connection. We need that, those soothing words. Thank you, please, I love you. These are 3 things that we should say to our spouse every day.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, if you're at a place right now, you were like, well, they're not gonna say it back to me. We're not so much focusing on what you should say to each other. I'm talking about that we should say we should say to our spouse. And I'm just saying, if your heart changes it turns to that posture of, okay, well, I'm going to, do what I can do to show that I still want to have a relationship. I still want to do these things. I love you. How was your day? Thank you. I love you. How was your day? Thank you. Please. Things will change. And if they don't, you will change.
Absolutely.
You will learn how to appreciate people, show gratitude, and all those things. And so those are the three. I love you. How was your day? And
please and thank you.
Please and thank you. And it's a fourth one that I want to throw in that hopefully you don't have to say this every day. Is I'm sorry.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. I apologize. I was wrong. Yes.
Well, when you do say it, mean it.
And when it's necessary, say it.
Yes.
That goes so far. I've told the story before where very early in our relationship, before we got married, there was a time when this lovely man did something that upset me. I don't even remember what it was. And he knew he was wrong. And so he came with perfume and flowers. And I was like, nope. No, thank you. I think I took it, but I talked to you about it too.
She's talking about me.
Yeah, I'm talking about you. That was you, baby. That was you. But that also happened in my dating life as well when I was probably 18, about 18 years old. There was a young guy I was dating, and he messed up. And he came with the biggest teddy bear and all these flowers. I was like, you've never given me gifts like this before. This is not the time to do that. Yeah. Because every time I look at it, I'm going to remember what you did. No. Yeah. I need the words. Yeah. Say I was wrong.
I need the words, and I need the what's the word for the back?
The remorse.
The intention behind it.
Yes.
Like, I'm really sorry. Not only am I we talk about this.
Don't say I'm sorry I got caught.
I'm sorry, and this is what I'm going to do to not do that, or not to make you feel that way again. I was wrong.
Right.
But so will you accept my apology?
Will you accept my apology?
That comes from I think it was the 5 love languages, I believe. But anywho, my goodness, hopefully you don't have to say that phrase every day.
But if you do it. I'm telling you, it goes so far, because you started this with sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can make or break your home. Yes, that's serious. And that was really part of what our issue was. It was the lack of communication, and then sometimes harsh communication, or just unkind interaction, and a lack of connection. When you don't feel loved, and you don't feel honored, and you don't feel appreciated, it really diminishes the value of your relationship. And it doesn't give you a license to go out and find somebody who will love and appreciate you. If that's what you're going to do, then it should be after you have divorced, which we do not encourage. No. We encourage that you stay together and that you thrive together. But we also realize that it takes two to reconnect. But I want to share this thing that is very important. I always say when you're having issues with your spouse, you should pray for them like you would pray for a brother or a sister. So it takes the sting out of it. But also, even if they don't turn, if you don't do the things that you're supposed to do, not speak unkind words, if you don't do those things, if you don't forgive, if you don't show love, it's what I call the vertical relationship. There's a responsibility I have to my husband, but there's a responsibility that I have first to God. That's right. And so I'm supposed to do everything that I do as unto Him. That's right. And so
first to God.
He's looking, when I say He, I mean God. God is looking at me for how I behave. He's not excusing my actions because of what was done to cause me to feel something that determined the way that I was going to behave. It's not, that doesn't work, because even if he and I did get divorced, which we were very close to doing,
very close,
I am still responsible for my behavior. And if I don't change, if I only love dependent upon how I feel, then is that really love?
Yeah.
Is it really love?
No, I don't think so.
And what's going to happen in the next relationship?
Exactly. Because
he might not do the same things that you did or didn't do, but if my heart is still not softened to love and forgiveness and reconciliation and all of those things, I'm going to end up in the same boat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, my goodness, this was a great topic.
Yeah.
Hope you took something from it, took some notes. Please share this video if you think someone else might be in the same boat, or just could be good for them. Even our whole thing is from courtship to covenant to commitment. With all ranges, people that are dating to marry, people that have just gotten married, newlyweds. Let's just say, I'm gonna say 1 to 5 years. I don't know what the typical range is. All those people that have just decided that we're still together, but we want to strengthen this. We want to build this. We want to make it the best that it can be. Whatever it is, I believe that we're here to give you the tools and strategies that do just that. So by sharing this video, you help us help them. Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for being with us. Again, like, share. If you are interested in any other topics, you feel free to go to our YouTube page and you can see them there. If you are interested in getting some counseling or mentoring, marriage mentoring, this group is for single, separated, married, and divorced folks, people that are in transition to or out of relationship. It doesn't matter.
Great young lady, she was like, I'm not in a relationship, can I still join this group? I'm like, certainly.
Absolutely. Because you can find out what to do when the opportunity comes.
Yes.
So learn the lessons beforehand, and then you don't have to be concerned about, messing up, or it gives you insight into what you may be getting into.
That's true.
You can see, well, this person, I don't know about him. He doesn't communicate well. Is this really something I want to do? Because as women, what we often do is kind of gloss over behaviors to get to the marriage.
Yeah, we excuse a lot of things.
It's a shame, but that's true.
And,
it's true. I guess men do it too.
Well, I say we, but I think we as men also know that. We know that you desire to love us. Even though our first purpose to you is to love you as Christ loved the church. So, we owe that to you before you even, can give it to us. We have to give it to you. We have to show you how to love and how we want to be loved. But women just want to thrive, they want to build, they want to garden, they want to plant, they want to nurture, they want to cultivate, they want to multiply, they want, and it's like, okay, well, you're trying to, this dude right here ain't interested in all that.
You're sowing into the wrong
and you
field.
put all your energies into that. So that's why
that's
we
a whole nother.
We do. Yeah, it's a whole nother topic. But we do offer a free masterclass, and I left a description in the comments. But if you listen to this on the podcast or the radio show, you can go to couplespursuit.com/communication, and you can, it's a link right there to the free masterclass on effective communication, because communication is the root of a lot of marital issues, a lot of problems. And so we just sat down and said, what if we could talk to someone for 30 minutes and let's put it on the video? And that's what we did. And then from that, you can come join us on our group, and also, like my wife said, come check us out. We offer a free 30-minute consultation, and that's on our website too, couplespursuit.com. You can book a call with us. We'd love to talk to you.
Yes, we love to share with you and want you to know that it's possible. This group, Couples Pursuit, is about love, marriage, relationships, reconciliation. And so that's our goal. Yeah. And hopefully tonight you've heard something that has encouraged your heart, or maybe even changed your mind about a past situation, so that when you go forward, you will, you'll look at things differently, and not only look at the other person, but look at yourself as well and see, how am I sitting? What is my posture concerning this? Even if I wasn't even if I was the person who was offended, how could I handle myself in a different way? I promise you, it will change your life when you approach your love and relationships from the perspective from a biblical perspective. Number one, that is, that's our foundation. But love is something that we are commanded to do, you know, to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. So we should treat people the way we want to be treated. And don't you want to hear, I love you. I love you too. Don't you want to hear, how are you? Right?
Yes.
How are you feeling? That gives you the opportunity to, you know, to share. And then, you know, please and thank you. I appreciate you for what you do. Everybody wants to be treated well. And so, again, we thank you. And until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you, be gracious to you, and give you peace. We'll see you here again on Couples Pursuit Live. Bye.
Bye.